everybody. This is Tina, and we are going to do Strong Women. But what we're going to do with my friend Hope, she is an author, and she has wrote 2 books, Piece by Piece and Angel Kisses. And it's funny how the story came because Janine was at my house a couple weeks ago, and she goes, Tina, I love this book. I read this book. And she goes, but I didn't know how I got it. I go, I gave it to you. I go, I gave it to you when you visited the first time. And she goes, oh my gosh. And then when she found out it was Hope, because we all know each other, we're in the same sister circle, it was exciting. And she really wanted to talk about your writing.
Okay.
And she wanted to, just ask you about it and just to get know you better as an author and as a person. So I'm going to go ahead and let Hope introduce herself. Hope, go ahead.
Hello. It's been a while since I've done an interview. I've kind of been off the radar for the last probably 6 months now. So I gotta get back to kind of get my feelers back into it. Yeah, hello. I'm Hope Flansburg. I am a wellness educator and an author. So it's funny because people are like, how do the two go hand in hand? Because I actually write fiction, like commercial fiction novels. So some people call them women's fiction. I don't necessarily call them women's fiction because I put the male perspective in there as well in all of my books. So, but they kind of fit into that commercial fiction, book club books, made to be movie books, those type of things. The two kind of go hand in hand because as a wellness educator, what I do is I love to teach how our bodies are designed to work and how stress impacts our emotional health, our physical health, our spiritual health, but also how that plays a role in how we show up in relationships with ourselves and with other people, which is what I dive into in my books. There's a lot of pieces to my book that I won't reveal too much because I'm going to let you guys ask some questions. But that's kind of the gist of it as a wellness educator, as I teach about stress and how that affects our lives and the self-care tools that go along with that, then that can really make an impact on the outer world that we show up in. And one thing that I've learned over the years from my own experiences and then working with youth and families at risk, plus working with women and holding events and just getting to know people and writing my books is that we all crave connection. And I'm a huge Brene Brown fan, and the power of vulnerability and the things that she talks about that hold us back sometimes from having that connection. I am able to take all of that information and tie it into the fiction novels that I write. So I make a story out of it instead of a self-care book or self-help book. So
I love that.
Kind of in a nutshell.
And I also want to add, Hope, how we met. How I met Hope, she had a retreat. She had a women's retreat, Hope for Health, and it was up in Shattering. And one of my friends, who's a social worker, she's like, let's go to my friend's retreat. And we drove up there, and it was life-changing because I met her and I met other parts of my sister circle in that. So I just find it a huge blessing. I find Hope a huge blessing. She got me back into writing again and start to do a series. So that's a true gift that she has, and we just want to share it. So Janine, you want to go ahead and do an intro for you?
Hi, I'm Jeannie Horvath, and I'm a big reader. And right before I went on vacation in September, I pulled this book off the shelf, not recognizing it, and I saw your name on it, Hope, and I thought, oh my goodness, how did this get here? Just like Tina said, I was really surprised. And then as I started reading it, I remembered I had read it last spring and I loved it. So I read it all over again and enjoyed it again and found new things to realize as I was reading it. So I was really excited that it was you, somebody I actually knew. So it was a really positive kind of experience. So I'm